1370 AM.
This is WOCA, News Talk 1370.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 25 minutes before 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. If you're looking for a job or you're an employer looking for some good talent to make your company work just perfectly, Laura Byrnes is the person to pay attention to right now because she's in the studio. She's with CareerSource, Citrus-Levy-Marion, and they find work for people and find people for work. Which microphone are you with? There you are.
I like that.
Good morning.
That's a good tagline.
You like? Oh yeah, I came up with something. How about that, huh?
We'll just lift that. We'll borrow that.
But you're alone today. You're alone.
I am alone today. I won't say naturally, but that's yeah.
Wasn't that a sad song?
It was, but the wonderful employer who was going to join us today.
Are you old enough to remember that? Yeah, you are. But you are one of those people that just doesn't age. I've told you this before.
No? Yes.
Are you a nana?
Am I a what now?
A nana. Are you a grandma?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
No, she's just a brand new mother-in-law.
I want
to be. Oh, that's right.
But when I am, I'm thinking Nani Laurie is going to be my name.
Nani Laurie. Oh,
okay.
Cool.
Anyway, yeah, I just had a birthday yesterday, so
happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Yeah,
Yay!
As I told Joe, another year older, but it beats the alternative. So
was it a milestone, or should I not even ask?
Not yet. No.
Not a milestone.
Not yet. We'll just hold off on that.
My last milestone hit me hard. 60. 50 didn't matter. 40 didn't matter. 30 didn't matter. 60 mattered.
I'm sure. My yeah. Anyway, they're all good. They're all good. My best year was when I would turn 40, I think. So just have heart.
Well, I'm not going to ask.
No, don't ask.
You look great.
Don't ask. Do not ask.
Do you need a job?
But listen, speaking of great things, we do have some hiring events going on, and I'd love to talk about those before I kind of get into...
It's fun having no guests because we can be playful with you.
We're going to have...
Usually when we have a guest here, we have to be kind of polite.
A little decorum, yes.
Yeah.
Pristine.
Yeah, pristine. But we have, next month, we do have some great guests. So
I better straighten up. I better wear my tie that day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But hey, you mentioned if you're looking for work, I do want to highlight a couple hiring events that are going on right now. Well, they'll start at 10 o'clock this morning over at our Career Center on 14th Street.
Okay.
And you can get all this information on our website, on our calendar at CareerSourceCLM.com. Well, Middlesex, and I think we talked about them before. They are the highway construction company.
Oh, right.
And they have like 20 different positions, but multiple hires within each. Everything from laborer, truck drivers, carpenters, crane operators, to field engineers, crew leads, superintendents, project managers. They are hiring for multiple projects on I-75 in Marion County and other counties.
Oh,
so
really?
That if
what do we have? Are we expanding the highway or widening it?
They're always doing work on it. Yeah. So Middlesex Corporation, they like to hire in this area because I-75 runs right through our county. So you have a great chance if you have any of those skills. But go on our website and check it out, and get on over to our Career Center.
Is that right?
And
do you know
that.
Do you know that bridges? I mean, large bridges, not little overpasses, but large bridges have complete. It's a complete company of people that work there.
Yes.
Like I work for not me, but you could say I work for the George Washington Bridge, or I work for the Skyline. That one in St. Pete.
Authorities, basically.
That must have a staff, and what they do is it's like a machine. It's constantly needing mechanical work.
Absolutely. Oh, the 24-mile long bridge over Lake Pontchartrain in Louisiana. That's its own corporation, basically. You're constantly having. So
that's your job. Your job is to go in there and work that you work for the bridge, basically.
That could well be.
Wow.
Could well be. But at the same time, Middlesex is hiring over there. We're helping out Manpower, and they're looking for warehouse positions as well as indexing and filing clerks. So if you can index and file or work in a warehouse, that's also going on starting at 10.
How do you index? What do you do? Is that like a little index
You know,
cards?
I'm always thinking of those green
That's what I'm
metal
thinking.
index cards. And
Yeah. What's that job?
Here you go. Here's a recipe, or here's the old.
I'm picturing somebody in an office and they got loads of these cards everywhere.
I'm sure that's not what it is.
It's probably on computer right now.
That's
You've
what
got it all
comes
in
to
your,
mind.
you know,
And what
in that
is
device.
it? Indexes? Is it indices? Is that how you pronounce it?
I'll say yes.
Have you ever heard that before?
Yes, that is a pronunciation
indices?
of that. For,
Yeah, yeah.
For,
Wow.
yeah,
It's weird. It's like
different
public.
indicators.
Like two
right.
Publixes or publi.
Publicize.
Publi. Publix's.
Octopi.
Could
That's
be.
right.
But do you remember when Genesis Healthcare was in a couple
Yes.
times ago at
Yeah.
Oakhurst? Well, they are hiring. Remember, she said we are always hiring, and she had, at the time, I want to say 40 positions, and they
Wow.
just continuously are looking for CNAs and LPNs, and they will be hiring on February 25th. So if you have those kind of medical backgrounds, and Oakhurst right in Ocala, that's also taking place at our Career Center. That starts at 9 a.m. And again, of course, you can get that information on our website, CareerSource, CLM.com. And I just want to briefly also mention, and I think I may have mentioned this before, February, which is a short month, although it's leap year, so 20.
It is.
But, you know, we have 72 things going on between the free workshops, the hiring events, the mobile resource unit visits, 72 things going on in the month of February throughout
Wow.
the county region. So lots happening. Okay, so I just came from, and if you were watching this, you can see my little notes. I just came from the CEP Exceptional Mornings Breakfast.
Okay.
And
was Joe there?
Joe, I
What's
don't
that?
know.
Isn't that one of the things he belongs to?
Yeah, but he was with BNI.
Oh, he was with
Right,
different.
right,
Okay.
BNI,
Okay.
right.
Business Network.
But Ray McNulty, who will be speaking of the Engage in Education this evening over at the Klein Center, was there and talking about education and how, you know, you can't think in the same ways anymore. That doesn't work. But before he spoke, I jotted this down because Kevin Shiley was talking. He said that communities that will be really successful in the coming economy are those who figure out workforce. And that just, I was like, oh yeah, that's true. And you would expect to hear that from the CEP. But I wanted, and it's such a coincidence, because a couple weeks ago, I was privileged to meet a lady named Ann Toulouse, and she's the vice president, global vice president of advertising and marketing for Boeing. And
Oh, wow.
also met Karen
The
Garcia.
airplane people?
Yes, the
Oh, wow.
airplane people. And also met Karen Garcia. She's McDonald's USA's vice president and general manager of the Florida Southeast the region.
Wow.
And I thought this was interesting and on point with what Kevin was just saying. Ann mentioned that their Boeing CEO always likes to say that talent is his number one challenge. And Karen Garcia said that the number one reason people choose to stay at a job or leave is their boss. So we know the importance of workforce. We know the importance of that relationship. And you may think, okay, well, that makes sense. You were at a Chamber of Commerce function or a workforce development type seminar.
right.
I wasn't. I was at a symposium for senior communicators. So we had NASA's public affairs director was there. We had Universal Studios communications high up there. We had, just a whole panoply of different types of folks.
What was that word? Panoply?
Panoply.
I like that
So
word.
I thought it was interesting that these two global corporate representatives on different days really honed in on the same key point.
Same thing, yeah.
To public relations communicators, how important the workforce is. So I thought, well,
Isn't that a good boss, though? Doesn't the good boss recognize the talent that works for him, Joe?
Right.
Doesn't Joe? Don't you recognize?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I know.
No, but I'm being silly. But
Well, yeah,
but isn't it? It's the truth, though.
And on the other side of the coin is the employer recognizes the need to have that skilled, qualified talent because that's what makes the company go round. And I think, oh gosh, there's so many employers who might listen to us here in Marion County and say, well, that's all well and good for Boeing and for McDonald's, who are huge, mega, corporations, but what about me? I've got 10 employees.
Yeah, I always think of the small guy too. Always, when we talk about these things.
And in marrying, I see, or is it time for a break?
Yeah.
Okay.
How did you know?
I saw
Because
the
you don't have your headset on.
finger on the switch there.
That's exactly right. All right, we'll take a little break. We'll be right back with Laura Byrnes. If you have any questions, by the way, the number is 622-9622, and we'll give you Laura's number at CareerSource after the break.
Is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, looking nice, plenty of sunshine between a few patchy clouds, the high 72 to 75. Then clear skies overnight tonight, low 43 to 53. For tomorrow, mostly sunny, a breezy afternoon with a high of 67 to 71. And on Friday, nice with plenty of sunshine between patchy clouds and a high of 70 to 74. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Evan Duffy.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
We're saving thousands with Robert Palmer.
So rule number one is always shop around. Always shop around. If you're trying to get a mortgage, if you're trying to get the best credit card, if you're looking at student loans, cell phone bills, you name it, rule number one is always shop around. Always shop around.
That's rule number one, just one more vital part of fighting back to stop being a financial zombie. Yes, you can take the mystery out of the complicated world of finances. Take charge when it comes to your money. Listen in on The Source, 96.3 FM and 1370 AM, Saturdays at 12:05.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 840-0750. That's 840-0750.
Beautiful Moments Party Rental presents the Ocala Wedding and Events Expo 2016 on March 3rd. This event has caterers, photographers, florists, musicians, plus food, fun, and more. Brides, bring your bridesmaids and friends alike. 100% of the ticket sales goes to the Inflammatory Breast Cancer Network Foundation, and they're only $15 each. So mark your calendars for March 3rd from 5 to 8:30 p.m. for the Ocala Wedding and Events Expo at Beautiful Moments Party Rentals, 3400 Southwest 60th Avenue. Questions, call 307-8180. That's 307-8180.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
All right, 12 minutes before 10 o'clock. Laura Byrnes is here from CareerSource, Citrus-Levy-Marion. Remember that name and remember the CLM part of that, because CareerSourceCLM.com is the website. That's where all of the jobs, all of the job fairs, all of the work, hiring events, thank you, you can find the information about all of them, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I want to just sort of pick up where we left off before the break. You've heard the expression that the small business is the backbone of our economy.
Yeah.
And, for many years nationally, that was absolutely the truth. I think last year it's kind of 50-50 in terms of the number of small businesses compared to large businesses.
Oh, really?
But, there are so many different definitions of what a small business is. I've seen some that say anything smaller than 500 is a small business. That's nuts.
Yeah, really?
But in Marion County, I think this is interesting. 96% of our 6,787 business establishments, give or take, because this is the most recent data, but it's a couple years old, had fewer than 50 employees. Of those, 63% had fewer than 5. So you could really make a case that small business is the backbone of our local economy. Not that we don't love and embrace larger businesses, but the reality is most of the employers out there have 50 and fewer employees. So you may be saying, I don't have the time and the resources to have extensive HR departments, or we have one, but they're so swamped. What do we do?
Right.
That's where
That's where you
CareerSource,
come
that's
in,
where
yeah.
we come in. We are sort of your HR partner.
Do you guys also do like payroll things?
Handle payroll?
Yeah.
No.
Because a couple of companies we work for, small radio stations, didn't do their own payroll. They had some local company that did it.
We have partnered with some of the other regions, workforce regions, to assist them. So we do payroll for one of the smaller regions. We do, different HR component, different pieces to help out other workforce regions, that are very short-staffed. So we do take that on, but we don't do it for private for-profit businesses.
How about businesses that register with you to be on your website and everything? Everything looks great, and then a person will be hired, and all of a sudden there's things that go wrong. Their pay is late, stuff like that. Can they come back to you to complain about that?
That is a really fantastic question. Yes, they can. We have a complaint and grievances section on our website. I believe it's in the About Us section. You will find it. And this is so for if we've referred you or matched you up with an employer and you have an issue, there's a process where you can bring that to our attention, and you can file, there are different types of complaints that you can have. But we do have a whole process for that. And I got to say, that does not, to my knowledge, I don't think we've ever had that happen, because it's garbage in, garbage out, or measure twice, cut once. We really want to measure twice before we cut them loose to the employer. So that's why we're keen to do those assessments and really drill down to what the employer needs and what your actual skills and experience are. If you don't have everything matching up, that's where we have the programs for on-the-job training or different, work experience trainee, the adult internship, different ways that we can take an otherwise really solid job candidate and help them meet the needs of the employer if it's not a perfect match right out of the gate. So, our goal is not to just take a number, there's an opening, go forth. And, it's like we want to make sure, because we don't want the employer to be right back a couple months later saying, we got to start all over again.
Do you help them out with the resume part of it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Don't know what to ask you. When we were doing the things for the Literacy Council, it came to mind, they taught us that there are Spanish-speaking people who speak English perfectly, but who can't read or write English at all. And so that person looking for a job wants an English resume, they're lost.
We are very what's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of the word in English, let alone anything. We luckily have a number of Spanish-speaking members on staff, and it's not just one Spanish. There are different dialects and everything that you have to work with. So we are grateful that we have these types of folks who work with us, and they can work with different job seekers, because that's an issue. That's a barrier, if you will, to employment, and we definitely work.
Oh yeah. So, In fact, we went to the motor vehicle office. By the way, I got to get a new tag.
Yeah, you do.
Your birthday was yesterday?
I know. I tried.
You got to get a new tag.
I stopped in last Friday, and I couldn't even get in the door to the lobby.
Really?
I've never seen I didn't know what was going on.
Did you see
were they giving away free money? I don't know what was happening.
But anyway, there was a lady in there who she spoke Spanish, and so I was sitting with that lady. Of course, she was speaking English to me. And then they had a customer, whatever we are, a client, whatever the public is over there, who could only speak Spanish. And so they said, would you mind, I hate to ask you this, would you please go sit with the other lady so that we can have the Spanish-speaking lady go to this spot? And of course, no problem. But it was interesting to listen to. Can you do two languages? Are you bilingual?
Oh, no, I can read a bit. I can't speak any real other languages. I can read a bit, in French and German and Spanish, but enough to know which way, if I'm going in the right direction. If I'm saying, where's the restroom, or
can you say I love you? I can say I love you in different languages.
Well, that's sweet, but Valentine's is
Ich liebe dich.
That's right.
Ich liebe dich is German.
It's German, absolutely.
Je t'aime is French.
Very good.
How do you say it in Spanish?
Spanish.
I should know. My husband speaks it very fluently. But
He does?
yeah, he does. He's
Joe
really
speaks
good.
Spanish fluently?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he does.
Wow.
He wouldn't acknowledge it, but he does.
Well, one of the most amazing things about you yourself, Laura, is that since you were a journalist all these years, you know when people are genuine. And that's one of the things that CareerSource has to be. They have to be absolutely genuine to the employer and to the potential employee. And that's why CareerSource is on the cutting edge of everything, because you recognize the need before it happens, and then you can just slip somebody in there.
And I gotta say, and I'm not trying to curry favor with anyone, but we have just the most remarkable folks who work with our employers and our job seekers day in and day out, and it's not easy because you hear stories that just break your heart, and these folks really want to help, and they get up every day with a passion to make a match and make it right, and to provide the training if it's needed, the help with education to do the job placement. And when you do that day in and day out, and these folks, they do it with such grace and professionalism, and I could not be more proud to work with this team. This is what fine companies are like, and I think you'll find that everywhere. Really good companies begin with that staff. That's my infomercial.
How do you help people with transportation issues? Because Suntran doesn't run all over the county.
And it depends where the funding is. Depending on what kind of funds are available, we can do support services. I don't want to commit to saying that we have any certain level
a tough one,
right now, because it kind of comes and goes. But it can involve cards to assist with gas or child, different things like that. So
gosh.
It depends on the individual and the program and the funding availability. So definitely if you're a job seeker and that's an issue, check with your placement specialist, and they can help with it.
Oh, wonderful.
I used a job agency, a non-entertainment related job agency when I was younger. And it was wonderful. I mean, it was a wonderful experience. In that particular case, I had to pay them. In your case, we don't pay you.
That's correct.
So if we use thought I'd mention that. But it was just a wonderful experience. I got a better job than I would have got looking in the newspaper.
Right.
And it was good. I was driving. What was I doing at that job?
I mean, we have a tendency to think that technology is the be all end all, and it certainly is a tool. I mean, it certainly is in our life, and if we don't embrace it and know how to use it, we're going to be lost. However, there is just no substitute for that one-on-one, a personal relationship with a professional who can guide you through the process, who can make the job referrals, who can make sure you're prepared for that job interview. Just throwing out your resume on the internet and expecting to get a job the next day. If you're listening to this and this happened to you, please tell me, because I would like to know. I don't think that that's the case.
Yeah, even if you use Constant Contact.
Or and you want to use LinkedIn. You want to use these different tools.
I don't know how to use LinkedIn. I think you're my friend on LinkedIn, but I don't know what to do with
That's a discussion for another day. That's a really valuable tool.
So then, do you discourage people from going to business with their resumes, and they should just go to CareerSource
Listen,
first?
I don't think businesses welcome that too much. I mean, there are some. You'll see they'll have help wanted, inquire within.
Right.
But more often, we're doing the signage for businesses that say all interested job candidates have to apply through CareerSource, and it has a location, because it's a place of business. You don't want folks to come in and interrupt your day necessarily, trying to find out if there's a job. If there are jobs available, you really should go through us, and we'll find out.
And you help veterans, you help disabled. I mean, you run the total gamut.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Do you know what's coming on the horizon? Like any jobs in the future that you don't have right now, but will be coming up soon? No.
I mean, I was not prepared to answer that. We do have coming up, and I think in May, maybe April, May, we have like 4 different job fairs. We have a career expo with a school system. We've got a higher grad job fair. We have a lot of stuff coming up.
What I would recommend, if you are listening and you know somebody who would like a job, who needs a job or would like a better job, CareerSourceCLM.com. Share this video. It'll be on WOCA's Facebook page and our YouTube channel by 2 o'clock this afternoon. And Laura, what's your phone number?
Oh, 1-800-434-JOBS.
There you go, 1-800-434-JOBS.
That's right.
All right. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Look how beautiful it is today.
I know, it's a lovely day.
And Laura's gorgeous too, inside and out, always.
Yay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Are we done?
We're done. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Karen McHugh. Illegal battles brewing between Apple and the FBI.
Apple chief Tim Cook says the tech giant will fight the judge's order to help break encryption on an iPhone belonging to Syed Farouk, one of the San Bernardino shooters. Cook says cooperating with the FBI would create a back door that could be used on future devices. Law enforcement officials say encryption can be a problem during investigations.
Fox's Rachel Sutherland. The WHO is asking for more money to fight Zika.
The UN's World Health Organization saying $56 million are needed to combat Zika, and that's just to cover roughly the next 3 months. Officials saying the funding will be used for a range of efforts, including research into vaccines and measures to control the particular mosquito that's spreading the virus across the Americas.
Fox's Simon Owen. The Labor Department reports the producer price index rose 0.1% in January. Fox News, we report, you decide.
For your best-looking lawn, Ace has the national brands and the local expertise you need. Right now, Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S Weed and Feed is just $20.99 after $2 instant savings. Stop by Ace today and get the lawn you've always wanted with Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S Weed and Feed. Now just $20.99 each, only at Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace Rewards members get savings instantly in store. Offer valid now through 2/29 at participating stores. Covers 5,000 square feet. Store stock only. See store for details. Limit 2.
Once upon a time, there was a sleepy bear. All he wanted was a comfy place to sleep. Maybe something like the inside of a car